All right, seriously, guys. Welcome back to my podcast, Review by Top Shelf Tammie. You guys already know I'm super duper duper excited. This is the discussions and questions pod of the podcast. So I'm ready to get into it. But before we jump right into it, if you are watching from YouTube, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and also turn the notifications on. We are live every Thursday. So when you get up Thursday looking for weekend plans, we are live already, but just in case, turn your notifications on. So greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so jumping right into it, I don't got too many announcements to make. You guys already know. Said a couple things straight last week, so we right into it this week. Okay. So, did you do the reading? Did you do the reading? Okay, y'all already know. I'm excited because those books last week was like so fire to me. I told you guys that I was turning it up for you. So yes, I feel like I gave you guys 3 great reads last week. We did Still in the Plug's Love by Aisha Dawn. I Think My Boyfriend is a Serial Killer by Kia Jones. And then Doing the Unthinkable by Nicole Jackson. So y'all already know. Y'all already know. I told y'all last week the last 2 were kind of like tied between my favorites. But hopefully you read 1 or 2. I don't know how y'all doing it with the books that you're choosing to read, but I'm still excited to do questions and discussions of these books because, like I said, they were super duper fire. So, of course, we are going to start with Still in the Plug's Love because that's the first one that we did last week. I gave this one 5 stars. I recommended it. It was a standalone. It was a short read. It was, kind of straight to the point. It was straight to the point. So we're going to get into the questions and discussions of this book now and just see if you guys feel the same way that I felt about the book. Alrighty. So, one of the first questions that I had about this book was... So in the beginning, the book started out with the girls being highly disappointed in their mom. They had some college stuff for the mom to fill out and the mom did not. So like that was the beginning of the book. That's what drew us in. That's what got us emotionally invested in the girls. So my first question was, should the girls expected their mother's move? I feel like kind of yeah, right? I feel like when you have a disappointing parent, just be prepared to be disappointed. Like, so, but I guess they thought that she was going to rise to the occasion for this, situation, and she just did not. So, it was unfortunate, but I think they shouldn't have expected her to do more than what she was doing. She was a shitty mom to me in the beginning. But moving on. Should Britt have waited the 7 years for Mello? Again, in the beginning of the book, they set up this great love story between Britt and Mello. It was so cute. But then it jumps right in. He fell on hard times. And then it was like, Britt said she was going to hold her man down. So, do we think Britt should have waited the 7 years for Mello? I feel like being young and at this age, she should definitely not have... She should have said no, because being 18 years old and saying that you're going to dedicate your life to somebody for 7 years in jail is a lot. But I will say that like young people don't look at it that way. Or I don't know, maybe people in general don't look at it that way. They feel like maybe they love this person so much and they should wait on them. But yeah, that was a little crazy to me. I don't know. Could be me. Right. Okay. Is Blake wrong for taking the money? Oh, was Blake wrong for taking the money? So if you read the book, then you know that they were working at the pizzeria and Blake was carrying the load for both of her and Britt, and she was taking out the trash and she found a bag of money. It was like $100,000 and she took the money. I would say no. She was not wrong for taking the money, because I think anybody in her situation, we all probably would have took that money and we would have just ran the risk of just seeing what was going to happen, because that was just too much money and too great like of an opportunity to pass up. So yeah, that money gone like it was. Okay, so yeah, she wasn't wrong for that. Was Brett too easy at the jail with Trez? Um, yes. Y'all know me. I feel like the girls in the book, they always start off the book with like these great love stories, these great backstories. They love these guys so much. And then as soon as the new guy come, baby, they be folding. So, if you read the book, again, I think she had one rough visit where she wasn't able to get in and actually see Mello, and this guy who was in jail as well was like, hey, come over and visit me, and she did. So yes, that was really easy, because that's just like being outside in the outside world, and a guy like, hey, come check it out. You're gonna be like, no. So I feel like her answer should have been no. So yeah, she was a little too easy at the jail for me. Are we shocked that Miles is stealing Blake's money? I was shocked that that was the move that he decided to do, but with a little bit of the backstory kind of leading up to it, I think she was kind of saying how they had all these difficulties. So I'm not shocked at that point, because like the build up to him being a bad guy was there, or the build up to him being a not shit ninja was there. So no, but then at the same time, yes, because it's like you're supposed to be a man with pride. Like you taking your girl money. You taking your girl money? What kind of me in the shoe? I don't like that. I don't like that. All right. When should have Blake decided to kick Mouse to the curb? Because just like I said about the stealing the money part, like the build up was there. Like they went to the college party, Blake, Brett, and Mello, and then Mouse kind of played Blake to the side when she had that fight, and that was kind of like first real warning to me. But they continued their relationship, and then she goes on to say he failed out of college, him not being a good man, him running up her credit cards, him making her feel bad from not giving him a job at like her business that she started. It was just like all around nothing. It was he was just not a quality man. So yeah, she should have been kicked him to the curb. But at the same time, I do feel like in life we do get chances to the men that we love, Unfortunately, that's the thing. We have our rose-colored glasses on, so we don't, I guess, see the situation for what it is. Like other people are seeing the situation around us. So we could have been like, she should have left him after the college party, but she probably wasn't looking at it like that. So it took a while, but it got there. Did Supreme let Blake off too easy? yeah. But for the sake of the story, no, right? So, all right. So we find out what Supreme was after Blake for. Now, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to give everything away in questions and discussions, because like I said, they are going to be a little bit more detailed, but I'm going to try still not to get too much of the plot away for the people that's cheating. Do you read it? All right. But a question again is, did Supreme let Blake off too easy? I do feel like he did, because it was like knowing what he did to the people in the story who had crossed him previously before we got to this point. Like they really set Supreme up to be like the big bad guy boogeyman, and then when it came down to Blake, he was like a little soft teddy bear, right? So you know what, low key, like Supreme was a little bit book bait. He was a little bit book bait. I feel like I really haven't found like my book bait yet. With all the reviews that I have given you guys, I have not really found my book bait. Like just the one yet. But he was getting a little book bait. He was getting a little book bait because, he was soft on her. Did we see Sasha stealing? Yes. When they kind of introduced her and she kind of fell short about coming to church with Supreme and everything like that, that let me know that like he was kind of dealing with like a self-centered, like airhead woman. gold digger. And so yeah, like I wasn't surprised that she was stealing. Maybe on down the line, maybe a little surprising, but yeah, at that moment I wasn't surprised she was stealing. Should Britt expected Melo's secret when she did find it out? No. I I was completely like taken back Melo's secret. Again, we're not gonna give it all away. We're gonna bring it to the clip, but you jump off at home reading on your own, right? So yes, I was very surprised a Melo's secret, just because like I just said, one of my first questions was should she waited the 7 years, and she decided to wait the 7 years, and like this was the repayment that she got. So I just honestly, I kind of started this book, and when we kind of read through those first couple of chapters, I thought that he was gonna make it, honestly, but his secrets was, oh my god, like shame, like that's how you do somebody that's waiting for you in jail for 7 years? Oh my God. So I did mention his secrets, but I'll give y'all this one. Did we see him being DL? He was in jail on a down low. And it was like, so on top of the other secrets you got this one too? He was sending my girl through it. So, let's get to the rest of the questions, and then I'll tell you why I wasn't. Now moving forward, I'm not surprised at Britt's actions. Okay. Okay. So Trez was kind of giving a little book bay vibes to me, and I think when he was in jail, like when he was pursuing Britt, and I don't know if that had anything to do with him being kind of like an up north ninja. Like he had more of a city flavor. Like probably how I like my guys. I think Supreme was probably a little too country for me or whatever. But yeah, he was kind of giving just a little bit of a base to me. So yeah. Okay, this question makes me laugh because it's yes and no. So I'm gonna read the question. Did Britt hold out long enough when she decided to have sex with Trez? And it's funny because she actually had sex with him the first link, but the way that the link went, it was so romantic, it was so cute, but I feel like everything he did to the build up of this, I probably would have been like trying to jump the bones as soon as he walked through the door, right? But it was really cute, like, so no, she ain't hold out too long. It was perfect, because like after finding out all Melo's secrets, and then have a fine ninja one of you showing you like applying pressure and being romantic. Like I said, he was giving book bag. Yeah, he was giving book bag. And so yeah, no, she did right. She got on that thing. Did we see Sasha's full secret coming? You know what? Yes and no. Okay, so yes in a way that, like I said, like Sasha had all these bad qualities, so you kind of know that she's a gold digger, she's not there for the right reason, so you kind of, with those type of people, you kind of always expect something. So yes, in that way that it's like, I knew you were gonna do some grimy stuff, but no, in a way is I didn't think it was gonna hit as close to home, which was wow. Like, yeah, that was wow. So yeah. Did Bianca grow on you? Now, Bianca is the mom. And you know what? I wrote that question because I think the answer for me was yeah. I think at the beginning of the book, like I said, she was a shitty mom. She put the girls through some things, and it was just like, just horrible in the beginning. But I do think in the end, by the end, she had come to somewhat of a character where I was like, okay, you grew on me a little bit. Like, I don't hate you as I hated you in the beginning. So that was good for the book. And both good for our characters, Blake and Brett. Like, it was good that they finally had like that support system, especially coming into the life that they had now. But everything like panned out for them, so that was good. Did Blake underestimate Sasha? Absolutely. Now they talked about Sasha being a villain. Oh, but that last get back, cold-blooded. I ain't gonna give it away because I still want y'all to read the book. I still want y'all to have some secrets or whatever like that. I mean, some, not secrets, but I still want y'all to have some elements to the story that's left unturned. Like, Read it yourself. If you are watching this and you have read it, then you know what I'm talking about. But that last big get back of Sasha's, baby, she came through swinging. She was not going down without a fight, okay? Like, she was like, I'm not giving my man up. I'm not giving my gravy train up. The plan A didn't work out, so this is plan B. And she was not going down without a fight. Blake absolutely underestimated her, thinking like, I've been carrying us this long, and I've been this independent, strong woman. I got it. I told her off. Sasha got on that ass, okay? Did you see the ending coming? I actually wrote the answer to this one, and it says no, but in a good ending. So yeah, I didn't see the ending coming, but that wouldn't say that in a bad way. Like, I think the ending was really good. It wrapped up the story. It covered all bases. I was happy with it. I'm glad I wasn't able to kind of guess the ending. So yeah, the ending was good, but I did see it coming. Like, the Arthur did a good job. She answered all my questions. I was happy with the ending. Another little note. So yes, because I do read so many books, sometimes I do have to put like these type of notes in just to remind me. So yes, Trez did actually turn out to be a book bae. I definitely wanted more of him in Britt's relationship. It was a standalone. You know what I'm saying? So you only gonna get so much interaction. You only gonna get, so much of the story. But I definitely could see this Arthur bringing them back as like holiday books. So sometimes when Arthurs have like really good stories that did really well, every once in a while they'll do like a Thanksgiving or like a Christmas update on the characters or something. So I could definitely see her doing this. I hope she does do this, because I would definitely love to see both of the girls' relationships develop a little bit more in a mama relationship. But I definitely want some more Trez. I definitely want some more of him. Yeah, he was definitely giving book back.